So weird. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to my little Q&A. Thanks so much for your questions. Some very good ones in there actually. I was like, ooh, snap, that's a good one. So I'll just jump right in. Shirley has asked, do you have a favourite blend of oils that you diffuse daily? Good question, Shirley. I have go-to oils which are pretty much just lemon in the morning, like something refreshing kind of thing for that, and then lavender for a calming, quiet kind of mood. And I use these quite a lot, but then I also chop and change and have favourites. Like at the moment, spearmint. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? I gave it to Andy to smell the other day and he's like, I want to roll around in it. You just want to like, I want to just bathe in this. It's so good. Oh, it just like makes you, I diffuse this in the morning as well, and it just like, I don't know, makes me feel all like bright and like, let's get the day started. It's really good. At the moment, it's coming up to Shark Week between you and me, so Dragon Time is currently being diffused right now, which does smell weird in the bottle, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's weird. It is so weird. It's so planty and weird, but when you diffuse it, man, it's nice. It's like really subtle, licoricey kind of yummy flavours. And then cedarwood too is my favourite at the moment because it's quite, I don't know, like it's like a manly kind of not musty, wood kind of, yeah, I don't know. It's like, oh, Andy's laughing at me. It's like, I imagine a lumberjack's going to be diffusing this in his house. If he was a real metrosexual lumberjack, that's what he'd be diffusing. So that's those. What have we got next? Becky, would you have coped in the bus when the kids were babies, or do you feel you went at the right age time-wise? Yeah, really good question. For us, when we moved in, Daisy was 2.5, and so we wanted her to be basically sleeping through the night, not crawling, and not in nappies. So for us personally, that we felt like we did choose pretty much exactly the right time, and that was kind of just by default that it all worked out at the right time. I do know people who have little babies in buses, and that works for them fine. I'm not a little baby person, and so I don't think I would have coped very well, especially with a crawler. Oh my goodness, no, not for me. All good if that's your jam, but no. Personally, for me, I think we moved in at a really good time when Daisy could do all of those things. Lee, do you wish the bus were able to go off-road? Is the ability to go off-road even a thing in New Zealand anymore? I'm not quite sure what you mean by off-road there. Do you mean like the real backcountry roads, or do you mean like literally off-road on a full drive track? But yeah, the bus can pretty much go anywhere. There's one road we found that we couldn't do, which we wanted to do, which was from Raglan to Kawhi around the coast road, and we got told no, don't do that, and it did look pretty dodgy. We went for a drive in the car, but I mean it's actually really awesome. This bus can get pretty much anywhere, and Andy's really good at driving it now, so yeah, we don't really feel restricted by that. So yeah. Rochelle, we have bus/tiny home dreams and plans, but have 4 kids currently under 7.5. What would your advice be to a large family? Yeah, really good question, Rochelle. I don't see how that would restrict you guys at all. We know a family who are currently building a bus. I'm going to link their Instagram in this video to go follow them, because they're like, their bus is completely stripped out and they've got 4 kids, and I think they're under like 11 though, maybe. But they're just doing 2 sets of bunks, and they've designed their bus a little bit differently. But I've had a look at their floor plan. I was actually in their bus when they had kind of the walls mapped out with masking tape, and it was awesome. But yeah, I think it's going to work really well, so it'll be really interesting for you to follow them. But yeah, lots of people do it. People do it with 6 kids. They just make it work and do like 2 sets of 3 bunks or something like that. So I guess it's just up to you and how you want to live in your bus and how much space you want and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, totally doable. Totally doable. You should do it. Morgan, do you miss having your friends nearby, living on the road? I have a few really close friends, and I feel them play a big part of my sanity sometimes. Do Do you miss being able to catch up with a friend for a cuppa and a yarn? Yeah, I totally do. I really do. And some days I think that I'm crazy for doing this, and I really miss my friends and my family. But you know, it's just one of those downsides, and we did think about it before we moved in, and we knew that it was going to be a downside, so I'm just at peace with it now. I've kind of just come to... Okay, Daisy. Okay, sure. I've just kind of come to accept that that's what it's like now. One thing I'll say too is that I never really had that close unit of friends, because before Andy and I moved into this bus, we were married for like 10 years, and we moved 9 times in 10 years with Andy's career, so I was always kind of moving like every 1 to 2 years anyway, so I didn't have all my friends in one city, and I was moving away from that unit, so it's probably a bit easier for me in that respect. What advice would you give 21-year-old Amber? Great question. I don't really know. Like, I think everything I went through shaped who I am now, so I don't really regret anything, but I probably would be like, travel, get your bag, pack it, buy a plane ticket and go, would probably be my advice. And also, do not care about what other people think of you, because that took me a long time to get it now. But yeah, that probably took me quite a while to grasp that. Just don't care what other people think of you. So Nick has said, in terms of your journey so far, what do you truly believe have been the biggest challenges, and what have been the greatest rewards? And if you could have one wish, what would it be? Wow, that's really a good question. Greatest challenges. So that in the bus journey, you mean, I'm assuming. Yeah. Really and truly adapting to this small space and living all together has been the biggest challenge. It took me probably a good 8 months to get used to this way of life, and I haven't really talked about that on the YouTube channel, because I don't want people to think that, oh, look at her, you know, she's got the life she dreamed and she's still complaining kind of thing. It's not about that. It's just like I feel totally amazingly... Oh, that's thunder. Yeah, scary. That was quite loud. So I feel really fortunate that we had that revelation, and we did work really hard to get here. But yeah, it took me a long time. I really didn't like our bus life initially for quite a few months, and then I kind of came to a point where I was quite unhappy, and I thought I need to either, this isn't working for us, or I need to accept what I've got and move on with it. And that was actually when I went to Sydney last year in September. I'm not sure if you guys know that, but I had 2 weeks away, because I came to a point, I was like, you know, what have I done? Like, do I keep doing this life? You know, because it's actually quite lonely. It can be quite lonely living a life like this. But ultimately I came to the decision that what I had was amazing, and I got to spend all day with my kids and Andy, which is always what I've wanted to do. So I just stopped looking at the bad things in my life that I didn't have, like friends around and a bigger space and a gym and stuff like that. And I just started looking at all the awesome stuff that I did have, like my travel and, you know, amazing, the people that we can inspire to think about living a different life. So yeah, so that was pretty hard to get my head around, but Sydney was definitely that turning point for me, and so I've been pretty happy since then. So yeah, that's that one. The greatest rewards, yeah, I guess the same answer is that turning point. It was, you know, that knowing that I didn't have to care about what I didn't have anymore, and just giving myself permission to focus on all the amazing things that I had was the biggest reward. And that was a thought process that came from my old life. I think of being really stressed and wanting to get out, I would always focus on, oh, my life's so crap because XYZ. So it took me quite a while to snap out of that once I was in the bus, but that's definitely been the best thing, is that I've really changed as a person, and I focus on all the good things now instead of what I don't have. So that's, I feel like that was pretty amazing for me to come to that conclusion. And if you could have one wish, what would it be? Oh my gosh, that's a really good question. I don't even know. Probably just want to like live for ages. I just want to like live forever. I just feel like there's so much of the world to see, and I feel like we're going to be able to see it, that I'd love to just live till I'm like 240. That'd be good. So if someone could just organise that, that'd be great. Do you have any plans to travel to other countries with your bus? These questions are just like leading them to themselves. Perfect. Yes, we do. We'd absolutely love to have a conversion of some kind, whatever it looks like, in the US and in Europe. So that's our ultimate dream goal. So obviously that needs a lot more funds, which we're working on. That's part of the Young Living business that we're starting up as well for that reason. So yes, we do have plans. It's just a matter of how we can make that happen and how long that might take to happen, but it will happen. It will happen. Nathaniel says, hi Amber, you often talk about making the jump to bus life and finding a way to make an income on the road, but what about people who still have their 9-to-5 jobs? So we had 9-to-5 jobs. Well, I was working shift work, but Andy had a 9-to-5 job, and he built this life for us while he was working. So yeah, I think there's always an answer if you want it bad enough. We used to watch a guy, and I'll put this in the comments, and it's a little bit cheesy, but it really motivated us. And he said something like, once you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, you'll succeed. And that's it. Like, if you want out of your life and out of your 9-to-5 enough, you'll get there. You've just got to want it bad enough. So yeah, I think there's always an answer, no matter what the person's situation might be. You know, that year for us when Andy built the bus really felt impossible every single day. Like, we felt like we were fighting everything every day. It was just so hard. And it nearly destroyed us, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was so hard. But we just knew that we had to get through it, and so every single day we just got through it and kept the end goal in mind, and we got there. And so yeah, it's there's always an answer. And I think, oh my gosh, that just set the car alarm off. That's really scary. Yeah, I think there's always a way. And I really do honestly think that this Young Living business that we're starting now will be the answer for a lot of people in this group. I've seen it, stories of Kirsten and her people who joined under her initially. I mean, like, these people have seriously like paid off their mortgage, gotten out of debt, bought a homestead in the country, they've bought buses, they're traveling around the States. Like, it's legit, and it's, I think, a really amazing opportunity to get to launch your new life. And you know, if your runway's 2 years, say you set a date in your mind and you're like, end of 2020, I'm out of here, you've got a massive runway, and you can build up your business so that when you get there in 2 years time, you can launch into your new life, and you've got this income, and you can do it anywhere, on the road, online, anywhere you want. So yeah, really good question. I think that there's always an answer if you want it bad enough. I really do. Ellie, do you get haters, hate mail or abuse from people on or offline about what you're doing?
Whoa, that was close.
Oh, there's another one coming. Oh my gosh, I'm really scared. Man, it's a bit stormy. The haters question. Yeah, we've actually got one troll on YouTube, you know, and he's really annoying. Oh my gosh, it's just a disgusting rude comment every single video. Wow, that just brings back earthquake images. Does it for you? Okay, I need to get this finished so that I can go and cry in my bed. The haters, yeah, we do. We've got that one guy on YouTube, and we do get some really crap comments every now and then. Sometimes we leave them, sometimes we delete them, but we never justify why we do the thing, and we just like have a great day or something like that. And I think if you cut them off right from the start, they give up. Like, initially when we started our channel, we did have quite a few, and we just cut them off straight away. Please pass. We just cut them off straight away, and they kind of gave up. So no, look, honestly, our whole community of patrons and YouTubers and you guys are just so positive and amazing. So yeah, we just kind of don't engage in the haters, and it's not really a problem for us. So this one's from Melanie. Hi Amber, if you could choose again and you have seen a lot on the road, people travelling with van, camper, bus, RV, is the school bus the right choice for you and why? Yeah, great question. I think if we were either going to do it again, we'd either do a big bus like this or a little small stealth camper, because if you're going to do a bus that's long, say you're going to do 7 meters, you might as well do 11 and have way more space. But the downside to that is of course the size, so having a small camper would be really awesome to be able to like literally park in the city. And a stealth camper, if for people who don't know, is like a camper van that doesn't look like a camper van, so like maybe just plain white. You walk past it on the side of the road, you wouldn't know that there's someone living in it. So yeah, we'd probably do, if we went to Europe or the States or something, we would do one or the other. I don't think we'd do anything in between. Some people ask us why we didn't do a caravan, and I think if you were traveling around like maybe 3 months at a time somewhere, a caravan might be a good option because they take a lot more setting up. So we wanted something in this bus that we could just drive up, kind of stop and live. So that's why we chose the bus. Cool, that's all the week questions. So thanks so much guys for your questions, and if I missed out or if you want to know something I didn't answer, feel free to comment below and I will reply as soon as I can. Now I'm going to go and cry in my bed because stormy weather really scares me. But have a good day and I'll see you soon. Bye.